Yeah, okay, all set and ready here. So let's continue on and welcome on into day 5 of Witcher Week. Now let's see, where did we leave off? I believe I was on doing a contract. Right, mysterious tracks. Well, it's level 20, we're level 15. My gear is on the low level side, especially my armor, but I can't be bothered to like craft new armor for only a couple of levels. Then I'm gonna put like the cat gear on.
Went to the forest for brushwood yesterday. Do not hear the huntsman
trouble
that some fiend prowls.
But welcome on in. How is everybody doing?
Hear about the contract. Any idea what this monster is?
Nay, but proper huge it must be. Slaughtered no less than a dozen wolves. Ripped their guts out, but left lots uneaten. Means malice rules it. Makes it kill. Howls and bellows, nights something fierce. Folk are afeard to venture into the woods, though hunger grips the village.
And of course we must get our pay
Could tempt
sorted.
the beast for you, but not for free.
How much do you need?
Let's go all the way up to 310.
That's a sum we can agree to.
Ooh, nice.
Fine, I'll take care of it.
Fortune smiled upon us when it brought you here. Good hunting to ye.
Just hope I can handle this fight. I mean, if I got the right oils and potions, then I should be fine. It just comes down to my combat skills and how quick my reflexes are. I guess these are the wolves.
Monster wiped out the whole pack. Big. Really big.
Need to be able to find out what it is first, so I know what to be prepared with. Oh, I know it's got claws, thanks to those markings.
Left a lot of fur when it rubbed against the trunk. Scent's still there.
Well, now we're going to be following our noses. What the hell? Is this a...
Stinks like fiend shit. Right.
Oh, God.
Old and dried out. Fiend's been around a while. Gotta find another way.
Okay, gotta find another way. Oh, most likely any other way would be up above. Come on, Geralt, this isn't the time for that. Pick up some mandrake root. Found a way in. Okay, not much there. Whoa.
Died recently. Wonder what killed it. Another trail. Track's too small for a fiend, though. Both lost loads of blood.
It's like they had a freaking full-on battle here.
Paw prints. Fight lasted a while. Tufts of blood-caked fur. Second beast was a different color. Not short. It's gotta be. Probably competed for territory with the fiend. Have to lure him here somehow.
A short lure? Okay, gotta take a look at that. Okay, get that crafted. Oh, I got a few things I can pump. Okay, grape shot. Superior dancing star. Okay, need
Too bad the
fiend
dung's not
dung.
fresh, but it ought to still work for a lure.
Now I gotta prepare it. Right. Oh, also got to equip it. If I can find it. Ah, here we go. Just put that in the empty slot, I will.
attract the choit's attention.
Of course, we have to do it in multiple places for it to be effective. Actually, I should take a quick look at the bestiary just so I know what I'm dealing with here. Ah, here we go. Devil's Puffball and Relic Oil.
Smell this 5 miles away.
Somehow I actually believe that. Even considering the game we're playing.
Beast's sure to show. Just gotta wait in the cave.
Okay, have that ready. Now what about like Relic Oil? Do I have any of that? I think I do. I can't remember though. Elementa, Vampire, Insectoid. Okay, do I at least have the schematic for it? Mistletoe. I need mistletoe. I suppose there's like a herb specialist somewhere, is there? You know, just someone I can buy the mistletoe from. Oh, that's wonderful. So I have to make do with like Thunderbolt potion.
Come on. There's bandits in Melon say. I'll make them easy.
Oh, damn, I'm taking damage. Okay, this thing's too strong for me no matter how you look at it. And it's freaking healing too. Yeah, I'm gonna need better gear. It's a bit arrogant to think I could beat it like it was in my current state. More loading. And more waiting.
Beast's sure to show. Just gotta wait in the cave.
Oh, we'll be to at a higher level, which means I shouldn't even try these quests. I might as well give that one a go. Then after it, we'll continue on with the main story.
Giddy up.
Went
Ye
to the
seek
forest
trouble?
for...
Don't.
A little bit of fast travel, but I'll just use that in this case.
What?
Got anything?
Not really a lot this person has. Yeah, they don't really have anything I need. Yeah, that'll do just fine there.
What say that we up over to a brothels?
The ladies find me handy.
Yeah, so this way.
Help! Save me! I'm dying!
What's going on here? Oh, thanks for lurking, Miss Midnight. I do appreciate it very much. Hope you're doing very well.
What happened?
Always coming through the luck. I do appreciate that.
They've taken over crippled Kate's.
Taken over? How's that?
Clobbered the innkeep, tossed out the girls, then set to drinking. They've been going since yesterday, apparently celebrating some big loot.
Yeah, sounds like Skelligers.
But you look to be an honest man. Help us. Drive away the hooligans. We've not much, but it'll make a tidy sum if we all pitch in.
Well, far be it from me to refuse a lady.
Really? So there are good men left in the world.
Grind those swords. Sorry, mate. Gotta fill your horn elsewhere. This establishment's part of Skellige today.
Seems to me we're still in Novigrad. And in Novigrad rules apply. Rules you happen to be breaking.
Just how's that? You're not allowed to drink in peace. Have a bit of fun. Leg it, man, before you taste the wrath of a Skellige.
Collect your friends and go. On your best behavior now.
I love using the Axie sign.
Gents, time to go. This blade's not worth shite if a weak arm's swinging it, eh?
Hey there, friend.
What's the rush?
Why does he keep tripping over like that? I mean, seriously.
Thanks so much. We'd not have managed on our own. We're not rich. But I hope this is enough.
Keep it. Need it more than I do.
Thank you. It's folk like you restore my faith in humankind.
Oh!
Well, that went fairly well.
Fucking hey, Oz.
Here it is.
Think I can move this.
This is taking us all over Novigrad.
There must be order.
Yeah, I hear that line a lot. Never works, it doesn't. There must be order. Ugh. Now it's an underground passageway. How nice.
Great. Someone placed an illusion here.
Oh. Whoa! Brown is too. Yeah, what the hell were these guys doing here? An illusion? Oh wow. And this was all that was here? Okay, so this leads out here.
Seems the exchange is gonna be unsuccessful.
Oh, didn't go to plan at all for them. And it was only worth 1 experience. Hey, Phenom, let's go, let's go. Multiple ways in and out, it seems. Very nice. How you doing tonight, Phenom? Okay, you can't really use that sword. Armor's no good either. We'll continue on with the main quest, which is this one.
Ah! Sick of it.
Need to get myself up to another couple levels so I can equip the gear I've got. That'll make combat much easier, because this gear just won't do with the higher level contracts, it's clear. Tried a level 20 contract with this armor and I got my ass completely handed to me. Yeah, I'd say Novigrad is a beautiful city at night. Oh, and now we are going to hear a beautiful song playing, we are. And seriously, if you haven't heard this song yet, get ready, because it is beautiful.
Ah, here already. Come on, let's find some arse rests. Should start soon.
These scars long have yearned for your tender caress, to bind our fortunes. Damn what the stars are. Rend my heart open, then your love profess. A winding, weaving fate to which we both atone. You flee, my dream come the morning. Your scent, berries tart, lilac sweet. To dream of raven locks and twisted, stormy, of violet eyes glistening as you weep. The wolf I will follow into the storm, to find your heart, its passion displaced by our ever-growing, hardening into stone. Amidst the cold, to hold you in a heated embrace. You flee, my dream come the morning. Your scent, berries tart, lilac sweet. To dream of raven locks and twisted, stormy, of violet eyes glistening as you weep.
been bound. The wish I whispered when it all began. Did it forge a love you might never have found? You flee my dream come the morning. Your scent, berry star, lilac sweet. To dream of raven locks and twisted stormy, of violet eyes glistening as you weep.
An absolutely beautiful song, without question.
I know him! 'Twas him murdered some Temerian boys back in White Orchard.
Silence, woman. We've come to hear music.
A murderer? There's a war on. Some die.
Oh, please, argue this out elsewhere. Squabbles and rows again. And I was told this was a decent establishment.
If I know
It
Geralt,
is.
he risked his noggin to save someone else's arse.
Save, you say? He murdered folk.
Don't let him provoke you.
There's the door. Settle this outside.
Come. I wish to listen to music. Music!
Cultural capital of the world? The fuck it is.
Yeah, your lingo is clearly standard and high class.
Permit me to introduce this here's Priscilla, known also as Calinetta. As lovely as she is talented. And this...
It's Geralt of Rivia, I know. Dandelion's told me a great deal about you, and I've listened with bated breath. Don't be surprised. After all, doubt I could think of a more fitting subject for a ballad than a witch's love for a sorceress. Or should I say, sorceresses.
Boy, Dandelion really did leave nothing out.
Seems Dandelion was meticulous in telling my story, down to personal and insignificant details. Did he offer anything about himself, like where he was going?
Splendid. Very funny, truly. So, see you later.
Not here. Come with me.
There a reason for all this sneaking around?
An excellent one. When last I saw Dandelion, he told me he was planning a heist. Siggy Reuven's vault.
Sheeped up.
And I've not seen him since.
Reuven. What's he like?
Boy, Dandelion got himself in the shit of it, he did.
Limp in his gait. Left leg.
Sounds like a lame rock troll.
If trolls were devilishly intelligent and had a flair for crime, yeah, I'd agree.
Dandelion breaking into a vault. I'd sooner expect him to choose a life of celibacy.
True. Forgot to pay for his wedding to Passaflora once. Laid awake the next 3 nights worrying about it.
Any idea what got into him? He have debts he needed to pay off?
Claimed he was helping someone. Urgent matter that couldn't wait, he said.
This someone, Dandelion mentioned their name?
No. But if I know Dandelion, it's her name he failed to mention. As he failed to mention her slender waist and ample bosom.
Let me guess. Attempted heist was a failure.
Well, he's not driven up in a gilded carriage laden with jewels, so I should think so. I've asked after him everywhere, but it seems an army of tongue-stealing cats has overrun the city. I learned only that he raised a ruckus at Horson Jr.'s lair. Then Horson's men chased him all over town.
Horson Jr. Doesn't ring a bell.
Biggest prick in Novigrad. Not literally, but
Got it. You're not a fan.
Yeah,
What
the
do to you?
kind of
Try
prick
the
that you
whole
just don't
town.
like,
He's
really.
one of 4 bosses who control the city's underworld. The others being Siggy Reuven, Carlo the Cleaver Varese, and the King of Beggars.
The rascal. At least he didn't cross the church as well. Bring that venerable institution into it. We'd be in deep then.
Damn it. Hope Dandelion gets out of this alive.
And in one piece. Know what they do to bards? Break their fingers, tear out their tongues. Or both.
Relax. I'll get him out of this. Gotta talk to this Whoreson first. And Siggy Reuven. Know where I might find them?
I don't know about Whoreson, but Reuven runs a bathhouse. Careful, though. He's a dangerous character.
So
When are they not?
I don't doubt it. But Dandelion's not. I beg you to hurry. Let me know as soon as you learn anything.
Oh, that was a big chunk of XP I just got there.
Well, bugger all to do here. Heading back to the Rosemary. Got Bobby to feed. And then I suppose I'll wait. See if our warbler don't come home on his own. Take care now.
800 to be specific.
Yes?
Count Kurt Dysart.
Are you here regarding the contract?
Wanted to hire a witcher, didn't you?
I did, but not just any vagabond. One hears all manner of stories about the lunatics of the School of the Cat. Which do you belong to?
School of the Wolf.
Ah, yes. A good one. I knew a witcher of this school. Barnabas? No.
Barnabas?
With a B.
Can't say I'm familiar with a witcher from the School of the Wolf whose name begins with a B.
Not long past, I acquired an estate east of Novigrad. I got it on the cheap, you see. The seller was very keen to be rid of it. Now I've learned the building is said to be haunted.
Goes to explain the seller's urgency.
I do not believe in ghosts. It is that simple. But my men say the house shakes at night. Walls crumble. Why, even the floors move about.
Ah, so who's got weekend plans? Anybody up to anything?
Let's talk about my reward first.
I beg your pardon? Asking for coin already? But you've not done the job.
Need to make sure it's worth my time.
Just look at that. Arrives in Novigrad and he's off his head in minutes. Very well. How much do you believe this should cost me?
313.
No, I'm afraid that's too much.
Okay, how about 305?
Yes, agreed.
Perfect.
Fine. I'm willing to investigate. How do I get there?
An orchard adjoins the property. The house itself you should recognize easily. Cracks cover its walls. Here's the key. And good luck. Shoot.
Oh yeah, I'd know I would not survive that one either. Well, at least I got the price sorted, so I can just go there when I do need to. I think I won't be able to do any more contracts until I get the Witcher armor I've already crafted on, so let's stick with the main story for a bit because that will give me the XP I need.
My wife's mum's an old son.
One drink all I had.
So honestly, I can't see myself crafting any gear when I'm already so close to the level to get it. It just doesn't make any sense. It'd be a waste of materials and gold.
Anybody there? Open up.
What's the fuss? The bathhouse is closed.
Need to talk to the owner. I know he's here.
I'm not sure that matters, as he's terribly busy.
Tell him Geralt of Rivia wants to talk to him.
I cannot promise Mr. Reuben will have time to see you.
Wanna bet?
Very well, I shall try. Please wait.
Siggy Reuben cordially invites you to join him. I'm happy.
Okay.
The meeting is in the baths. We will pass through the dressing room so you can leave your clothes.
Let's go.
You may disrobe here. Your equipment will be safe.
Guess I don't have much choice.
Splendid. Siggy Reuben awaits in the next room.
Hey, Whitehair. Nice bum you have. You were right. He doesn't blush. And Junior cut off his hand, then ordered them to shove it up the corpse's arse.
Oh, this is quite the place.
Won't find any better. Extended through the Dragon Mountains.
Just clear that you've not seen Reuben's.
Gudrun calls it.
You gotta love CDPR, they are not shy on nudity.
Does it loop back on itself?
It is perfect.
Uh-huh. Son gotten in. Easy, Cleaver. Orson Jr.'s a dead man. I'll have my scribe send you a notice.
You don't have a scribe. And we'll eliminate Junior when, and only when, all of us say aye. Reuben, your guest.
Why the fuck you let him in here? Because I want to talk to him. This is Geralt of Rivia.
Good to see you again.
As always, I'm out of the swiving loop. Who the fuck are you?
I'm a witcher.
Problems with your plumbing? Nah, it's under control. Geralt's a friend from the old days. Although...
Plumbing? Well, ain't that a hint of something?
Someone just snuck inside the bathhouse. Several men.
What the fuck's he on about? Ploughing fortune teller?
Assassins! Please,
No, but very sharp senses.
Bloody hell. I fucking knew it.
Any weapons tucked away?
Just a few. First ever party with my prick hanging out. Ah!
Okay, that was overshare. Oh! How dare you! You can't go anywhere, not even to the bath without having to kill someone.
Good work, gents. Terribly sorry for that incident. My security failed. I'll get to the bottom of who, why, and how. They were whoreson scum. That's the bottom of who and how right there.
Don't start that again. Especially not in front of our guest.
Who pranced in right before they attacked. Coincidence? Why do I doubt it? Let's give him a chance to explain.
Not gonna introduce me to your friends?
Good thing happens not here. He tanned the hide on my ass for being so rude. Francis
Oh, that's
but then who's not?
That's an image we just didn't need.
Fine arts and supporter of entrepreneurs of limited initial means. And the dwarf's Carlo Veres, known also as Cleaver. Carlo's in entertainment, mostly.
Well, at least now we know who's who.
Interesting. What do you want with him?
Junior's gonna help me find someone.
Horson's not helped a soul in all his miserable life.
I'll ask him nicely.
And he wasn't really going to get much of a choice.
Perhaps if you'd not called Junior an uncle fucker and asked him nicely, he'd have showed up today.
Gentlemen, you out of your fucking minds? A chat session? Horson's out to get us, and he'll succeed eventually. We've got to kill him first. So by all means, you sit here, soak, fart, and watch the bubbles rise, while I send my boys to Horson's hidey holes. They'll make some noise, flush the bugger out.
What an idiot.
And you, geriatric, or whatever your ploughing name is, want to find Horson? Find me first.
I need to find Horson. Now looks like I gotta get to him before Cleaver does.
Cleaver won't find him easy. Junior's good at hiding.
Ah, sweet. Thank you so much for that raid. How are you?
I'll call on you tomorrow, Francis. We'll finish our chat.
So how about we get dressed?
Sure. Then we'll talk. In private.
How was your stream? And welcome in, Raiders.
Never thought I'd be glad to see the man responsible for my taking frequent baths.
If you're any cleaner for it, gotta say it was worth breaking your ankle.
It healed poorly. Can you believe it? I must soak it in hot water at least 6 times a day now. Failing that, it bloody pounds like the bells of Beauclair at dawn.
Well, I definitely have my reasons.
I had my reasons. Your leg would be fine if you hadn't gotten in my way.
I see. Well, I promise you that if I could go back in time, I'd do things quite differently on Thanet. For example, I'd have my men kill you instead of just tying you up.
Listen, Reuben. No, Dijkstra. Just not in the mood for your code names, passwords, and other bullshit. I'm here on specific business. If you want to listen, listen. If not, I'd rather you spared me your wit and threw me out now.
What's the harm? Talk.
Think Cleaver will find Horson?
He might not. But he'll burn down half the city trying. What waste?
Yeah, how was your stream, Swisher Street? And welcome on in, of course, to everyone. I know I've said that before, but I want to say it again. Thank you very much.
Penetrate them, look around. But be discreet. None of this speed and fury and swinging your steel cock about.
Pretty clear you and Bedlam don't want a war with Junior. Why?
Let me tell you what I told King Vizimir time and time again. War doesn't solve any problems. It breeds trouble. Trouble you then have to solve by other means. Make no mistake, someone's behind Horson's actions. I'll not end him until I know who.
Your partner's aware of your past? They know you're Sigismund Dijkstra, former head of Redanian intelligence?
Cleaver, Bedlam and Junior. Well, I'd call them my partners if we'd built a mill to grind flour for the folk of nearby hamlets. But we just need to stay out of each other's ways, agree from time to time. That doesn't make us partners. Do they know who I am?
It's going good, and just want to build. You must be new to streaming then.
But we just don't talk about it. No need to.
Makes sense to ask around, I guess. Junior might be in hiding, but he's got to be collecting income. Couldn't afford to cut himself off.
Gambling. That's his big earner. Junior
23 followers, so I'm trying.
I'll never forget. Hierarch Hemmelfart raised all kinds of hallowed hell there once. Bugger Bet lost his ruby ring.
Well,
Then
you
there's
are
the
now
arena in the
24
city's bowels.
followers. You are.
Betting scheme generates near as much as the casino. They're always looking for hired muscle.
Oh, that grind to affiliate is a long road. It is a very long
I doubt
road.
you'll find him there. Maybe some clue though.
But you just got to keeping at it, and you will be fine.
Junior's casino?
Near the Temple Watch Towers. Horson's got out to do
Yeah,
with the
don't
casino
mention it,
officially.
Swisher. Don't mention it
Careful
all.
what you say.
I am
Try
very
not to
familiar with the
arouse any
grinds of
suspicions.
building and growing, so I know that every little bit helps.
Arena sounds promising. Where's that?
Sewers beneath Gildorf, but you'll have to enter through the bits, endure the stench of poverty on the way. Now, Junior loves a good fight. Wager he'd give a lot to see a real Witcher in action.
Mentioned Horson's got a house. Where is it?
Solid townhouse on Temple Isle, just on the other side of the bridge. Wouldn't wager me knickers on.
Yeah, I stream a lot of RPG games myself. I do. Love my RPG games, I do.
See if I can't find Horson at the casino or the arena. Might talk to Cleaver as well, though.
Do what you will. Just be cautious. Horson's expecting payback, I've no doubt.
Thanks for your help, Dijkstra.
Just go, Witcher. And if you can't find the slimy bastard, come and see me. I know him well. Might figure something out.
Ever play
Ooh,
Gwent?
game of Gwent.
I do. Gwent's like politics, just more honest. Care for a game against an old master?
Sure, I could do with taking your cards.
Play.
Let's get some extra cards. There we go, that's help. Oh, seriously? Think we'll just pass. Oh, he's not in a good position right now. Ooh, okay. At least I get to draw a card now. Okay, so far so good. Now for his last card. Okay, that was a close one, not gonna lie.
Not bad. See you don't have Esterad Tyson in your deck. Here, he's yours.
Thanks. Know anyone else I could win some cards off of?
I know an elf you might try. Got an excellent card in his deck. You'll find him beyond the city walls, where the Scoia'tael stragglers have their shanty town.
Got a minute?
Aye.
Listen, Dandelion's missing. Any
Ooh,
idea what
well,
might have
that was
happened to him?
actually a close one. Luckily, it worked out fine.
Steps on Junior's toes.
Meaning?
He's surrounded by splendid virgins who ply him with sparkling wine and pastries stuffed with nightingales' tongues. Come, Geralt, what do you think's happened to him? I reckon he's at the bottom of the Pontar, trussed up with the strings of his own mandolin.
Loot.
Far as I'm concerned, he might as well be rotting down
Doesn't
there.
know the difference between a mandolin and a lute. Well, that's something.
Seem a bit prickly. Something bothering you?
Sorry. I know I've been unbearable lately. But at my age, the menopause, what with hot flushes and violent mood swings.
Dijkstra, men don't get menopause. You know that, don't you?
Yes, you moron. I also know you don't actually give a shite about my problems. What do you want?
You got me. Need work. Thought you might throw some my way. Monster trouble, that sort of thing.
Yeah. Might be able to help me, in fact. And if you did, why then I might be inclined to ask after Dandelion. Establish what happened to him.
I'll get paid on top of that, right?
Nothing for free, eh?
I'm a witcher, I can't exactly work for free.
Emma wanted to hire you.
Who told you?
What do you mean, who? Emma did.
Haha.
I could never reveal my sources to you or anyone else. It would be fucking unprofessional. But we've chatted enough. Yeah, I'll pay you. Count on it. So, can I count on you?
Maybe I can help.
Why not?
What do you need?
I'd rather show than tell. Picture's worth 1,000 words and all that tripe. Ah, and you do realize, if you say anything about what you see here to anyone, it'll mean a razor between your ribs.
Figured as much.
Excellent. One last request. Oh, let's call it what it is. A command. Don't draw your sword unless I ask you to.
Okay.
Be so kind as to follow me.
Yeah, I love secret panels. Get what I can.
Oh, Bart, not again.
Bart.
Bart.
Bart, stop that. Now.
Bart, man. Bart makes Ziggy lose, Jonathan.
Beating your head against the wall won't change that.
But less thinky. But less thinky. But sadness.
Don't seem to have trouble communicating with the troll. Why'd you bring me down here?
Take note of that hole. We'll come back to it later. And see that door? Vault behind it, until recently filled with Novigrad crowns and countless other valuables.
But God, then boom! Chorfun go!
Translating into common, someone fucking made off with nearly 20 tons of my gold, and all the lighter stuff. And you will help me get it back.
Fine.
Oh, no need to go around all the side stuff, just dive right in and help.
With enthusiasm.
Witcher mutations. They strip us of emotion. I'd be jumping for joy otherwise. Alright.
Of course he would.
Look around. But first, some questions.
I'm all ears.
Take it the thieves got in through the hole behind you.
You're a regular fucking master sleuth. Any other brilliant deductions you want confirmed? The year, maybe? Bloody name of Redania's king?
No, but I am wondering, for instance, how that hole got there.
Hole no. Boom. Hole. Bad look won't go. Bad look no. Only sleep. Bad shrooms. Head falls.
Boom.
See if we can elaborate on the boom.
Big. This like.
I'll elaborate. Explosion. Big enough to blow that fucking hole in the wall, separating the vault from the sewers.
Gotten pretty good at communicating with this troll.
Lots of prior experience. Worked with idiots my whole life.
Bad mushrooms? What's that about?
Pops mold. The spores are highly toxic. One whiff and you're dead.
Ew.
Unless you're a troll, that is.
Yes. Bad troll.
Not talking to you, dimwit. Where was I? Ah, mold spores. They cover the walls of the sewers other side of the vault. Actually thought it was a good thing, you know? A bit of extra protection. Thieves found a way through it.
Bart, you see them?
Bad through hole. Want see boom. Got what? Breathe. Shroom. Sleep go.
Ah, thanks for working and lurking, MD Gamer. I do appreciate it, and I hope work's going well for you.
Now, stiff up a lip.
Anyone see what happened?
Other than Bart? No. And the vault's location is known only to the treasure's co-owners. Well, and the thieves.
What about upstairs? Anything unusual happen in the bathhouse the day of the break-in?
No. Happen swears it was calm as ever. The usual customers, no incidents. Bloody bucolic.
Try to track down the thief yourself?
Of course. I had this lummox Fonce, thick enough not to ask questions. We knocked back some Pop's antidote and entered the sewers. Soon after, I returned alone.
What happened?
Lad started belching something horrendous. I mean, burps with so much mass the walls shook. Told him,
I've seen that.
Stop, you're in the presence of a count. Well, former count, but still. And then he puked up. Up came most of the antidote. Lost his protection. Tried to pull him out. Then I heard a bubbling. Something crawled out of the water.
Sounds like drowners.
I value the lives of my men, I do. But I value my own even more. Dropped Fonce and ran like hell.
Mind describing this something that crawled out of the water?
No. Doesn't mean I can, though. Air in the sewer's thick with spores. Can hardly see a thing down there.
Must have noticed something. Was it...
No! Didn't notice a fucking thing. Didn't do a taxonomic field analysis either. I know it's an inconvenience to you, but I felt I should get the hell out of there as fast as I could.
Should look around the sewers.
Quite the charmer, isn't he?
Pop's antidote.
I've a few vials left. Got the formula too. Disgusting swill, to be honest, but it'll save your life. Here.
Thanks.
You've naught to thank me for, literally. You're no good to me if you suffocate. Listen, I'll be upstairs if you need me. Sight of this empty vault's giving me an ulcer. Good luck to you.
Greedy little devil, isn't he?
Dandelion, what the hell have you gotten yourself into?
Oh, now we got some ogre oil too.
Edges curled out. Something inside blew it wide open. Wall too. Bathhouse drain pipes seem to converge here. Pipes great. Explosion.
And that thing
like
went far.
Paper. And there's mortar on the bars. So it was in place at the time of the explosion. Blast tore it from the wall. No traces of magic. This was no spell. It was a bomb. Now why am I not finding pieces of it? Could be the current swept them away. Bits of pipe clear over here. Must have been one powerful blast.
Shouldn't
go any further without taking that antidote.
Right, the antidote. Oh, where is it?
I thought Witcher's potions were vile.
Sorry, Geralt.
Fine grating. Couldn't push much through that. Drowners. Drowners.
Oh, no, you don't.
Definitely came through here.
Oh, good thing I got this side of the loot here. Get my words out again.
Another trinket. The thug Dijkstra hired.
There we go. That should reduce some of the drowners, I think.
Getting close.
Not exactly that hard to deal with, the drowners. Sure, that's everything. And it's locked.
Gold coin. Trail ends here. Dandelion must have loaded the treasure onto a boat.
Ooh, and it seems there's a chest over here. Enhanced racing saddle. That's something I really need.
Bottom of a container. Silver cylinder, most likely. Runes etched in the bottom. It's warped, probably by the explosion. Bomb part. Must be. Smells like wyvern oil and caramel. That'd be it down here. Time to see Dijkstra. Dijkstra didn't mention anyone else. Must be one of Dandelion's crew. Vomit everywhere. Guess he had the antidote too. Couldn't keep it down any more than the other guy. Ain't to burn the hot air. Maybe now his drowners will go never stealth elsewhere and get another shiny bauble.
Shiny little baubles. Oh, that was a nice little adventure down through the sewers. Where's the door to... Oh, there it is, I think. Yep, there it is.
Got a minute?
I do. What do you want?
Done. Examined every nook of the sewers near your vault.
Well, learn anything?
Seems to me a bomb blew the wall open. Look.
Bottom of a silver cylinder, probably. Covered in runes. Interesting. Any idea what it contained?
Recognized some ingredients by their scent. Wyvern oil and sugar.
Sugar? Geralt, I'm in no mood for jests.
Nor am I. Just saying what I found. Bomb contained sugar.
Let's think. Sugar would react violently with sulfuric acid, but not so violently to cause...
Getting a bit of some science lessons going on here now.
We're versed in alchemy.
Dabbled in it a bit while at Oxenford Academy. But this is no time to reminisce. You're to find my treasure, not write my biography.
Wasn't planning on doing that.
Else about this bomb? Anything at all?
So anybody got any weekend plans going on?
Bits of treasure dropped out of the crates. Left a clear trail. You know, like the fairy tale, with the crumbs.
I know the one. Hansel, Gretel, burning witches. Very fitting for Novigrad.
Trail leads to the river where the sewer lets out. Breaks off there. My bet, they loaded the treasure onto a boat.
Yeah. A cart drawn by sewer rats does seem unlikely. And since boats don't leave trails, it amounts to fuck all.
Well, ain't you a
Bomb
charmer?
went off inside a drainage pipe embedded in the vault wall. But the grate at the end of the pipe was in place when the blast happened, meaning...
The bomb must have found its way into the pipe from inside the bathhouse.
Exactly. Might have gone something like this. Perpetrator started emptying one of the pools, then dropped the bomb down the drain.
The bomb flowed down with a runoff, came to rest on the grate, and, to quote Bart, big boom.
Drain pipes are only promising lead. We just need to know which pool it's connected to.
Yes. Appen keeps a record of guests. Should be able to tell us who used that pool the day of the break-in. You've not done badly.
Feel honored to be
Wow, he actually
acknowledged.
gave a compliment.
Oh, that famous sarcasm. I missed it.
Really?
About as much as I'd miss a knife in my knickers.
Somehow I get the feeling he'd probably actually miss that. Regardless of how he's letting on.
Alright. You inspect the pools on the right, I'll take the ones on the left. Holler if you find anything.
Ooh, yes, level 16. That's 7. 50 the vitality. Oh no, that wasn't meant to go there. Doing some rearranging, I am. Alright, that's better.
Nothing interesting. Something floating on the surface.
Ooh, looks like we found a little something.
Silver lid. Matches the cylinder bottom I found in the sewer. Dijkstra, come here.
Got something?
Yeah, bomb part.
Progress has been made.
And bring me the guest book. Chop chop.
Let's see what's on the bottom. Grate's been removed from the drain, meaning they flushed the bomb down here.
Happen. Who used this pool the day of the break-in?
Let me see. Bertolt Heinz, town councilman, Josef Schweik, brewer, and Margrave Henkel.
Henkel? That's impossible.
Oh, who's that?
Henkel. Who's that?
Who was that, you mean? Old coot's been eating dirt since last winter.
Was interesting. Very interesting.
I've not heard.
Not surprising. The Honourable Margrave croaked in a brothel, decked out in leather lingerie, so the family held a hush-hush funeral.
Did he?
But I have my sources.
Oh, everybody's got their kinks.
Yeah, I saw him that fateful day, Mr. Reuben. I'm certain of it.
I mean, sure, some people are into weirder kinks than others, can't be denied, but...
He merely passed by on the way in.
Well,
So
you know,
didn't
basically
see
to each
Henkel,
their own.
you saw an impersonator. Think for
So long as
once.
it's, you know, an
Scoot out your
appropriate
balls, not your brain.
thing, and ironically,
You, Geralt, start looking into this.
this is not really my forte of conversation.
Gotta ask me nicely. I'm not one of your delivery boys.
Pardon my tone. I've grown accustomed to ordering folk around and barking as I do it.
Fine. Where should I start?
Henkel's home. Derelict townhouse south of the main square. You might happen on some trace of this scoundrel we're looking for there. Well, off with you.
What level this quest is? I'm a little curious. Oh, it's main quest, and it's 12. Okay, that's fine. And now, and then one more level, and I will finally be able to equip. Oh, good. That's a little stronger in terms of steel sword, so I'll get that put on. And like I said, I'll finally be able to equip this. Hopefully it shouldn't take too long to get up one more level. I don't know why Geralt keeps falling like that. I mean, it's not me doing anything. I mean, that time it was.
The thinking customer will see right away I've got the best deals this side of the pond.
What, the armor are not working today? I suppose that does add a more degree of realism than taking days off. Ah, this must be it.
Looks more like a beggar's hovel than a Margrave's townhouse. Dandelion made some interesting friends.
Well, I guess he's not really been on the up and up in terms of high society.
Silver cylinder. Bottom looks like what I found in the sewer. Footprints.
Kind of on the fresh side. Well, I don't think you really needed Witcher senses to see those.
A letter. And a bottle. The wine from your birth year. It's absolutely excellent. Startling bouquet. You absolutely must try it. But afterwards, please place the bottle back where you found it. Your birth year. Could be dandelions. Or Ceres.
That would be this bottle, I'm guessing. Geralt is a bit of a wine connoisseur, if you ask me.
1245 to 1254. Satisfying click. In the next room over, I think.
I always love it when I hear the clicks in games like this because it means there's something new to explore. Let's see, what do we have? Secret room.
Probably where Dandelion and his cohorts planned the heist.
swear, the amount of these same books I found over and over, it's unbelievable.
Instructions on how to build a bomb, signed by one Kalkstain. Siri, Menge is following me. He has seized the treasure. He has Dandelion.
Ah, don't worry. Dia was happy to share a little winter love with my awesome community.
Not good.
And for record, those HUD commands are for anyone to use.
Stain. Wyvern oil. Sugar. And lumps of a substance dipped in wyvern oil. Potassium. Looks like they made the bomb here. Dijkstra. And Triss.
Oh, well. What's going on here?
Didn't expect to see you here. Certainly not with Triss.
I decided we could use someone who knows a bit of magic. The runes on the bomb, I'm absolutely dying to know what they mean.
You dying to know too, Triss?
No, just here for the coin.
Ah, Marigold playing the cynical materialist. I love it. In truth, her ideals brought Triss here. She needs gold to save her colleagues. When I recover my treasure, I'll be in a position to help her. Simple as that. Speaking of
Simple
which,
as that.
and pardon my Beauclervoise, have you found out who fucking nicked my gold?
Hang on. Gotta tell me why you're here first. We agreed. If I learned anything, I'd take it to you.
So we did. But I was concerned about you. Stopped by to see if everything was all right.
Thanks. You can breathe easy now. In the future, though, remember this. I can look after myself.
Fine. You look after yourself, and I'll look after my interests.
Gentlemen, really feel privileged to witness your battle of wits. But try to remember, unlike you, I put my life at risk every time I venture out into the streets. Did the same just coming here. So I beg you, can we get to the point?
Man, do I love Triss.
Bothered Triss for nothing. No point examining the bomb.
Because?
Because I already know who nabbed your treasure. Commander of the Temple Guard, Caleb Menge.
Well, well, Marigold. Your coin stands to come with a side of revenge. Geralt, would you be kind enough to tell me what you've learned? I'm terribly curious.
Henkel told me. Old man's alive and well. Faked his own death to escape his creditors.
Strange. I had no idea he was in debt.
He was. And Menge promised to take care of things in exchange for help with the heist. So...
Geralt, how can I put this delicately? Bollocks. If you thought I'd fall for that tale you just pulled out of your arse, you don't know me one bit.
Alright, I lied. But only partly.
Heard of beasts that are half lion, half eagle. Maidens who are half fish. But you'll never convince me there's such a thing as a half-truth.
I'll give it a shot anyway. Didn't actually see Henkel, but Menge does have your treasure.
Take it you learned this by peering into a crystal ball.
Maybe. Trade secret.
You're hiding something. And that's one thing I can't stand. Even more than Nilfgaard.
Oh, you are
But
a bit of a
ultimately,
nosy
this
brat.
is a business deal, not a marriage. Besides, there must be some truth in all those lies. You're too dense to make it all up on your own.
He's gonna get
Menger's
run through
been
by a
spending
sword
heaps
one of
on
these
coin
days.
lately, though to my knowledge he shouldn't have a copper to his name.
So, what now?
From what I've heard, Menge spends his nights at the docks, witch hunters' quarters. Maybe pay him a visit. Ask where he's holding my gold for me.
Doubt Menge will admit anything willingly.
As do I. Lucky I hired a witcher and a sorceress who've been through so much together to get this done.
What's our past got to do with it?
A great deal. Lovers will jump into the abyss for one another. Suits my needs perfectly. Namely, it greatly increases your chances of getting out of the hunter's barracks alive. With my treasure.
In other words, you're using us.
Using you? Never. Merely making the most of your mutual bond. Well, lovebirds, I really must be going.
You are.
Good luck.
Thought you'd correct him. Say that we... you know.
Could have corrected him yourself.
True. But it's not an easy thing to say, is it? But we've strayed from our topic. Got a treasure to recover.
Triss, gotta tell you something. Dijkstra's gold, it's the last thing I care about.
Thought as much. This is about Ciri, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Menga's got Dandelion locked up somewhere, and Dandelion saw Ciri.
That changes everything. Listen, meet me at midnight by the Chapel of the Eternal Fire, east of the harbor. We'll figure out a way to get into the Hunter's barracks together.
All right.
Okie dokie.
And thanks.
Well, I still got some time before that. So I might as well do a bit of side stuff. Well, not really side stuff, but get some extra content done for the main story.
Strength's gone.
Nice little landing from Geralt.
This is no place for the likes of you.
Why are you even here?
Same reason anyone comes here. Play a bit, have a good time.
Invite only, mate. Shit out of luck.
I think you're about to let me in.
By all means, please.
And you, wish me luck.
Luck be with you at the tables.
I'm sure I'll be fine.
One more time.
Strange.
Who's
that? Here each day, I've seen him.
All right.
Captured and displayed in the sideshow.
Another word out of you and I'll take you
Well,
upstairs.
it could be quite profitable.
Guess we'll be playing some Gwent. Good thing I've been working on my deck.
What's lining up today?
A mutant? What the hell's a witcher doing here? See any drowned dead? Or other shitsuds around here?
Nope, no monsters. Great opportunity to play some cards.
Clever man, eh? All right, we'll play, provided you've coin.
I do.
Fistek. They've got the best powder in the city right here.
Just want to play. If you insist.
We'll stick with
Believe I
50.
will plow your ass like a cheap horse.
He's got some real attitude, he does. Okay, opponent going first, that's fine. Get my Destra card out of the way first. You know, so I can also get a couple extra cards. Oh, so that's how it's being played. Need to force him to use up as many cards as I can. And I think that definitely helped me out a little. Smart decision. More cards on for me, the better. We'll give him this round. I mean, he'll need to play a card to beat our point. Okay, that is fine. And that's how you win it.
I'll not play you anymore. You're bad luck. Go ruin someone else.
Look on the bright side. Unlucky at cards, lucky in love.
I'm not sure that's an actual saying.
And you've been getting.
I've never seen you here before.
Of course you haven't. It's my first time here.
This seat is taken. And anyway, high stakes at this table.
Got the coin for it.
I couldn't care less if you've coin or not. What concerns me is how you got in.
Men at the door let me in. Not good enough?
No. Preferable if someone vouched for you. Soon. Until then, I'll have my eye on you.
We done talking? I'd like to play.
All right. Take a seat.
Yep, you gotta play a fair bit of Gwent in this mission here, which is fun. So he uses a monster deck. Don't really have the best hand, to be honest. Yeah, I gotta give him this one. Ooh, definitely not the best start, that wasn't. Well, at least I'll get to draw a card. Of course, he had one of those. Get two. Oh boy. This is either going to be close or overwhelming. Depends on what his next card is. Oh man, that was close.
I win.
Don't you think I know that?
Want a rematch?
What whip? You've left me high and dry. I'll not bet half a crown more.
That was definitely a close one.
Get in good hands.
Luck of the draw today.
You might make
called
better
skill.
use of that luck then. We've a room for specially selected upstairs. Really big stakes there.
If that's the case, I accept the invitation.
Come with me.
Oh, he knows there's something more up there.
Private room for the chosen few. No one will disturb you here.
All right. Tired of this charade. Where's Horson Jr.?
So, you've come to kill him after all?
Takes a real genius to notice. Where is he?
That's him, and he needn't survive.
Oh, damn it. Ah, damn it, and my battery's also low. How'd I get to my maximum weight limit? Just plug that in. There we go.
Hey, can you hear me? You alive?
Don't finish me.
Don't intend to.
Shit, those cocksuckers got me good.
Bones are intact.
Will you free me?
You're not hurt all that bad. Let's talk first. Why are you here?
What's it look like? Came here to sit and think. God.
Long think.
Right. Clever and tough's not working for me. They took me for one of Bedlam's moles.
Are you?
Well, kinda, yeah.
So what have you kinda learned?
Horson's working hand in glove with the Redanians. I don't know the details, but he's on their side. And that's all I know.
Take care of yourself.
Thanks. God. I'll lay low until things settle down. Bedlam will learn you helped me. See him. He's sure to reward you.
Yeah, sure he is.
Wonder if Dijkstra knows Junior's made a deal with the Redanians.
27 experience points? Jeez. Hey, Lady Harada, thank you for that tab. I do appreciate it very much. There we go, better silver sword, that's always nice to have. Oh, no. Ooh, armor repair kit, that's nice to have. These guys are not good fighters.
White one, take a gander over here.
Okay, back up into like the noble style district. Oh, with musicians, how cool.
We pay taxes, support the temple guard, and still they let in this rabble.
Actually, need to offload some stuff, I do. Because I definitely can't keep up with like all this weight I got going on me. Oh, now he's here.
Top.
Show.
Alright, that'll do.
So long.
Man, I'm really starting to rack up gold, I am. That's good.
The thinking castle would seem right away. Let's do this. By tomorrow, or you can try today.
Luckily a good steel sword's all I need right now. We're not really dealing with monsters, we're dealing with people who behave in a very monstrous manner.
Another drifter in from Temeria. What say you we up over to a brothels?
Goblins off to the latest fashion. Get them here and
Oh!
Oh great, Cleaver's men are already here.
All roads lead to Mahakam.
Pricklicker's not here.
I'd expect teeth to go up my arse before I get
Nothing interesting here.
Cleaver said to be thorough, so we look everywhere. Not to burn the corpses, though. Else.
Greetings.
Ah, you're Reuven's mate, aren't you? Heard of you?
Bloody mess.
Just sort of happened. Came here, polite and all
Sure
to
it did.
invite Horson Jr. to a get-together with his mates. Became obvious right quick that none here acknowledged the ancient rite of hospitality.
You in charge here?
What's it to you?
Looking for Junior.
Aha! Welcome to the Horse and Hunters Club. Alas, we're fresh out of membership cards. And you're out of luck as far as Junior goes. Bugger's not here.
Know where I can find him?
No.
Oh, isn't that charming behaviour?
Got my eye on you.
Sure you do, sure you do.
Hot Snow White's cherry. Fuck sure, blame that on us too.
Dwarves were thorough as debt collectors. Didn't leave a scrap.
Basically, there's pretty much nothing here Geralt can use.
Place has been scrubbed clean.
Geralt's not really going to find anything, sadly. Place has been not cleaned out.
Mine's like war. Never know when you're done for.
Hey, Witcher 7, how are you doing? Welcome on in, and I'm doing good. Just, you know, enjoying my Witcher Week stream. An all-around good week. What about you? How's your week been? Any weekend plans going on?
All roads lead to Manhattan.
Yes, you! You got water on the brain!
Good, thanks, being good. Just gonna chill out and relax over the weekend. Good plan, good plan. And of course, my weekend is involving more Witcher streams, 2 more Witcher streams, and then Witcher Week is completed.
Yes, you! You got water on the brain!
Looks like rain.
That it does, Geralt. That it does. Oh, she's good, you know, just doing her own thing, probably completely busy with work. But I haven't heard her complaining, so I can only assume she's doing good based off that. I take it you haven't spoken to her much yourself.
Got a minute?
I do. What do you want?
Wiley, Horson Jr. He's working with Radovid.
Huh? If this is reliable information, Horson's neck deep in shit.
Source seems reliable.
It would certainly explain how he had the nerve to break with the Big Four.
Need someone who can get me in to see Junior. You must still have some contacts among the Redanians.
I don't, but you do.
Enlighten me.
Temerian, former commander of the Blue Stripes. Ring a bell?
Vernon Roach.
He's holed up with his men in a camp near Oxenford. Pay him a visit. You're sure to cheer him up at least.
No, I've been really busy trying to get back to work. I can understand that. But yeah, as far as I know, Bex is doing good. Hello, Cass. How are you? Welcome on in. How's your day been, you lovely little angel? Sorry, been lucky. My Wi-Fi was awful with all my updates. It literally wouldn't load. Ah, don't worry about that, Cass. I completely understand. And you can tell that I got some good news. I decided to take my SIA security badge and hopefully... Oh, that's cool. I will definitely pass along the message. So what kind of updates have you been doing, Cass? Updates for your PC? Updates for games? Not a problem. I know you do be here now. I know that, Cass. Don't worry, don't worry. And I'm good, having a good stream. And, you know, all around good in general. I'm never really in a negative mood. Never have a reason to be. Waste of energy if you're in a negative mood, in my opinion. Ooh, PC games, how's that going? Oh, I love a savage finisher like that. It's a personal rule of man. How many more experience? Okay, so I still got a little while till I'm at level 17, which is fine. So what's everybody's weekend plans? I know I asked that specifically, but you know, got a few more people in here. I thought I'd ask just in case they didn't hear me the first time.
I want my chance in the arena.
I'd rather go for that option because, you know, it gives me the XP.
There you go. I called him Hook.
What the bloody hell was that?
A bout of sudden sincerity.
Nicely said there, Geralt. Nicely said.
Captain, get ready. Your turn now.
I'm ready. Losers get paid anything?
Losers get carted off to the cemetery. Remember our deal. Switch the sword for a rusty one. You need to hold on for that.
Ah, I take it this is the big dude we talked to. Igor. Nothing much. Oh, well, there's nothing wrong with a lazy weekend. And as for me, pretty much just my last 2 Witcher streams of Witcher Week, and that's actually pretty much it.
Good with a sword. Wouldn't scoff at working as protection.
And who here would you protect?
Just, you know, one of those lazy weekends.
Orson Jr.'s made a load of enemies. I know that much. Maybe I can be of use.
Just hit my arms and my fingers and arms are struggling. Oh, you poor little dear. Are you okay? You don't have to force yourself to type.
Forget you heard of Junior. Keep healthy. That's my advice.
Let me give you a hug to help you feel a bit better.
Not your hireling. Won't take your orders. Don't need your advice.
You're not my hireling, that's true.
There we go, Cass. Hugs can fix anything.
Kill him.
Workout. Ooh, how'd the workout go? Oh. Oh. Alright, okay. These guys mean business. Ooh, arms day. What kind of arms day workout were you doing? Come on, share. You always ask about my workouts after all. Push. Very nice. Very good. Oh man, what do you guys think of these like Witcher finishes they got here? I mean, they are savage, aren't they? Hey, no sneaky attacks like that. I'm the one who's supposed to launch them on you. Need to repair my armor. And how many push exercises did you get in, Cass? Come on, tell. Feel free to brag, you've earned it. There's nothing wrong with just a little bit of bragging, in my opinion. Five sets, 8-1 reps. Ooh, very, very nice. Round of applause to you, Cass. Brilliant work, brilliant work. Oh, it's 10 reps, was it? Nice. Well, that's definitely another big round of applause. Woo! Awesome! Crushing it, Cass. Cass crushes it. Alright, want to make sure I haven't missed anything. Yeah, you get those big smiles in, you've earned them. Those are big achievements, big achievements. This is why Cass is a legend. Yes, Cass takes bow. Cass takes bow.
Floor's worn by a moving door. Something behind this wall. Interesting.
Yes, you bow, little Cass. You bow, little bean. And the plot keeps thickening. Ooh, man, I took out a lot of enemies around here. I mean, look at all those red X's on the map. I mean, I don't mean to brag, but my fighting skills are pretty damn good, if I do say so myself. And of course, rain. Alright, time to go do this one, because the other ones were just to kill a bit of time and progress main story, which is nice. You know, I really can't wait at the end of the month to finally get Pokemon Legends Arceus. To have a new Pokemon game, it's always an amazing feeling. No, because I grew up with Pokemon, I did. Oh, now what?
Geralt of Rivia, Witcher. White Wolf, they call you?
You stand accused of offending religious sentiment. We've orders to take you in for interrogation. Surrender your weapons.
Over my
That ain't
dead
happening.
body.
Told you we wouldn't fool him. Well, you're due a beating. It'll just be more of a challenge.
Remember the preacher who spoke of witches and witchers? A man you humiliated before his faithful. He asked that we administer a sacrament on his behalf. Your last rites.
How long you gonna make me wait?
That it? That all you got? Disappointing. And watch me stride out of here. See? Stride. All strength. All good. Yeah, I do kick butt, don't I? I mean, I'm very handy with my Witcher blades. Oh, actually, I might as well get some stuff in storage. do.
Hey, you! Yes, you! You got water on the brain?
That's why some people in this game have no manners.
Glad you're here. Listen, took a look at the building and it does not look good.
Mean it could use a bit of paint and spackle?
I mean, it's a damn fortress. High walls, guards at the gate, armed men everywhere. We could never sneak in, and fighting our way in
Right,
would work.
just great.
Manga would have had plenty of time to escape.
What do you suggest?
Take these shackles. Put them on me.
Oh, I know what this option means. I mean, where the things Geralt's mind can go to.
Want to do this out here with everyone watching?
This might come as a surprise to you, but shackles do have uses outside of the bedroom. Think.
And now we learn Geralt is a
Ring
kinky
hunters, the
fucker.
vile Triss Marigold. They won't just open the gate for you. They're likely to let you present her to Manga personally.
No way. Too risky.
Dandelion's life's on the line. Series 2. No such thing as too risky.
Fine. Let's say they take the bait. What then? We go in, I put a sword to Menga's throat and ask him where Dandelion is?
Might not work. Manga's scum, but you have to admit, death doesn't scare him.
Always found that annoying in fanatics. So we gotta trick him into talking. Any ideas?
Maybe tell him you have information about the Lodge. Or about Philippa. Even better, he hates her most of all. You'll think of something.
Wait. I want to thank you.
Come on. Anyone would do this.
No. Not anyone.
Stop. It doesn't befit a sorceress to blush.
Still got a bad feeling about this. But tough. Let's go.
Oh, there's always a bad feeling with stuff like this, there is. And rightly so.
Geralt, remember, I can take care of myself.
What are you talking about?
The hunters. They won't treat me like a lady, but I'll survive. Might hurt a bit, but... Ciri, she's what matters. Do what you need to do, no matter what happens.
Can't promise that.
I'm still asking you to, all right?
All right.
Ooh, things are gonna get a bit emotionally rough for Geralt. Here they are.
What do you want?
Here for my reward.
What the hell for?
For a witch. Recognize who I got? It's Triss Marigold.
Marigold? Come in then.
Well, well. Triss Marigold. Giving up drowners for sorceresses?
Pays better.
It's 'cause they do more harm. What's a drowner do? Pull the odd fisherman from his boat. But the witches, they murder kings, scheme, start wars.
Don't forget turning your cow's milk sour straight out of the udder. Ah!
You're done jesting, Marigold. For good. Put her in a cell.
Not so fast. I hand her over to Menge himself, or not at all.
Come on, Geralt, you show your skills.
Let go, you bastard!
Vulgar tongue's got no place being in such a pretty mouth. I guess we'll have to rip it out.
Ooh, thank you for the lurk, Cass. I do appreciate it, and I hope you enjoy Valorant, and naturally you will crush it, Angel.
Try to loosen it if I were you. Might learn something interesting.
For instance?
For instance, where Philippa Eilhart's hiding.
I'll get you for this, you...
Shut your gob, ginger whore, and you spit it out. Where's Eilhart?
Aw, thanks for those bits, Cass. That's very sweet of you. You didn't have to do that, but I appreciate it so much.
Thought I made myself clear. I'll only talk to Menge.
Menge don't talk to the likes of you.
Well, then you be sure to tell him I came by. With my friend Marigold.
Fine, grab her and come with me. But be sure to stay right close.
You.
Well, let's hope this goes smooth.
Heathen.
There's a lot of them here.
Beware.
Here's where we split up. Go see Menge. Marigold will be next door.
You can't have her until I get...
You don't set the terms here. Dirk, you know what to do.
You won't get a word out of me. Not you, not him.
Oh, play it tough, eh? Just you wait. We'll take a fingernail or three. That ought to get you singing.
Do what you want.
Come on, witch. Show you the wonders a pair of pliers can work. You'd be surprised.
I believe I told you not to let anyone in.
Unless they had information concerning Philippa Eilhart. This Witcher says he's got just that.
Anyone can claim that.
We'll start with your pinky nail. Nah, let's go for your ring finger. This little piggy went to market.
But it's not that easy to bring us Triss Merigold.
Is that who I hear? Very well. I'll go see her shortly. But first, let us talk. Sit. Sit. Have a drink, Witcher.
Sidarian.
A 1261 vintage, year of the massacre of Sintra.
That's like referenced in like the very beginning of the Witcher story.
This little piggy went home!
Kurt, please see why Miss Marigold squeals so convincingly. Perhaps she needs something. Hot irons, for instance.
Speaking of metal, this goblet's silver. Making sure I'm not a Doppler.
Ah, it's immediately apparent. A professional.
Oh, Geralt is a professional monster hunter.
But to answer your question, one can never be too careful. You'd be surprised how many come here turn to rancid jelly as soon as they grip the goblet.
Got a silver sword on my back. That not enough?
It proves nothing.
Dopplers can change their bodies at will into materials that look and feel like silver as well. Materials that have none of silver's useful properties naturally.
See, you're an expert on Dopplers.
I'd expect a witcher of all things to understand the value of knowing one's enemy.
This little piggy had roast beef.
Oh, you bastard! No!
This little piggy had none.
Now, let us talk shop. I shall pay you twice the usual reward for Marigold.
Awfully generous. Why?
Well, you've turned in your lover. The emotional trauma it must entail. You deserve compensation.
Yeah, I've plowed Triss. But what does it matter if you're paying gold for her head?
Oh yeah. Nearly forgot the mutations strip witches of feelings.
No! No more!
Be brave, dear. Just one more fingernail and we'll move on to the other hand. This little piggy went wee. Ow! Bitch bit me! Oh, the bitch bites. Let's put a collar on her. Dimeritium ought to calm her down.
You surprise me, Geralt. Perhaps we can deal after all. So, you know something about Philippa, but I wager you won't share this information for free. What do you want in return?
I'm looking for a treasure. Was Siggy Reuven's until recently.
Well. Furthering the cause of the eternal fire on the one hand, working for criminals
something
on the
going
other.
on here.
I work for whoever pays me.
Like a whore?
More or less. Just offer a different range of services. Where's the treasure?
Secure in a Kaviri bank, far and safe from you. Far and safe from Reuven.
Got information about Philippa. Thought you might want to buy it.
I do, but not at any price.
All right, so free Dandelion.
First you ask about a criminal's treasure. Now you want me to let loose a blaspheming degenerate. And here I had you for a man that is a being of some moral principle.
No doubt we're cut from different cloth, but we don't have to agree on everything to make a deal.
We need not agree any terms either. I could simply force you to tell me what you know about Philippa.
Doubt that. I really doubt that.
Whereas I'm a man of great faith.
Guards! In here!
Oh, that didn't go to plan. Oh. Oh, come on, that did not have connected. Oh! Damn it! Damn it! Oh! Oh, crap. Great, I got no clue where that's gonna leave off. Oh, I hate how long these loading screens take. Then again, with games, long loading can be a bit of a... oh, given, depending on what game you're playing. Let's start from there. Because I think I screwed up some choices there.
Triss could not help Geralt, yet she did direct him to Careem.
Alright, this like a summary type thing plays every time you load up a save manually. I forgot about that.
Tilly, the Witcher had a dream. In it, Ciri and I, the bard Dandelion, were reunited. Geralt now knew that to find Ciri, he would first need to find his dear old friend.
You know, whoever did like the drawing type stuff for those little scenes, they were really talented, even if it was like a digital drawing.
I believe I told anyone. Is that ever?
Sada.
Kurt. Ah, but you aren't.
No way around this.
Of course there is. Dopplers also assume their true form when subjected to it. Now, let us get down to business.
See, you're an expert on Dopplers.
I'd expect.
This.
I shall pay you twice the usual.
Awfully.
Well.
Yeah, I've...
Oh, yeah.
Be brave. Oh, the big.
You surprise me. So.
I'm looking for a treasure.
Well, I like
more. Got information.
I do.
Know what? Fuck you. Had enough of this masquerade.
Guards! In here!
Shut up.
I think that's all of them. That was close. What happened? I thought Menga took the bait.
He did, until I asked about the treasure.
Geralt, we talked this over. You agreed. Fine, never mind. We should search the office. Maybe we can find some documents mentioning Dandelion. I'll search his body. You search the room. I'd start with the desk.
Okay, gonna call it there tonight. Luckily, I already got someone to raid. Oh, a little something stuck in my throat there. Okay, just let me get the name in. Yep, we're gonna go raid this dude. Thank you everyone who came. This weekend will be the conclusion of Witcher Week, so I hope you'll be able to make it. Thank you for everyone who came, chatted, lurked, and I appreciate you all. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Take care.